Good evening, Utopian Baseball Universe. This is Joey with a special Utopian Baseball Universe report tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a little longer than usual. Usually we go about 8 minutes or so. We're going to go about probably 15 tonight because I'm doing two things. One, we're going to get you all the scores and highlights from today's games, Tuesday, April 13th. I can't even read my own writing. It's Tuesday, April 13th, everyone. We had 12 games today. We're going to get you those results. And then we're going to do something unique. I haven't written tomorrow yet. I usually do that in the evening, kind of early evening, like during the games. Sometimes I'll do it after, but I haven't even started it today. It's been kind of a busier day. I recorded the third episode of the Screwball and Joe Boo podcast with Richie Lunt. So you'll be seeing that tomorrow, or hearing it, as it were. But after the results today, we're going to do something different. I'm going to pull the year that we're going to use tomorrow. I'm going to run the random number generator, and you guys are going to see me react live to the results that I map for tomorrow. Okay, so that's going to be at the end of the show. I'll get to your comments and questions later. Let's get to our top story, though. It's Ohtani versus Ruth Eve tomorrow in our only afternoon game on the Utopian Baseball Universe Network. It's the Angels at Yankees. Shohei Ohtani versus Babe Ruth. They're pitching, they're hitting. We can only see this once a year. We didn't see it last year. We're going to see it tomorrow. That is our top story tonight, is that it's Ohtani versus Ruth Eve. But that's tomorrow. Let's get to tonight. We had 12 games in the Utopian Baseball Universe today. Basically, all the series that didn't kick off yesterday. We had one afternoon game today, and let's get right to the West at East games. Today at Fenway Park, the Colorado Rockies and Boston Red Sox commemorated the 2007 World Series, and the Rockies were winners today, 4-1. Just an unbelievable pitching matchup here. Rube Foster versus Smokey Joe Wood. Foster went 8 2/3, gave up 1 run, struck out 4. Smokey Joe Wood did not pitch terribly, but he gave up 3 solo homers through 6. He struck out 8. Charlie Blackmon hitting 2 of the homers for the Rockies. Elias Diaz hitting his first home run as the Rockies beat the Red Sox today 4-1. Philadelphia and Arizona, the bottom 2 teams in the inaugural UBU power rankings. Tonight it was Phillies 8, Diamondbacks 6. Steve Carlton over Randy Johnson. Johnson 0-3 this year. Mike Schmidt, maybe you've heard of him, hit a third-inning grand slam in this game. Luis Gonzalez for the Diamondbacks, 3 hits, including a 3-run homer. He drove in 5 as the Phillies beat the Diamondbacks 8-6 at Citizens Bank Park. It was the Padres 6 and the Expos 4. Ray Dandridge, 3 hits and an RBI double for the Padres. Tim Raines with an RBI triple. Jake Peavy improves to 2-1. Steve Rogers, who last year led the Utopian Baseball Universe in wins with 18. He's 0-3 to start this season for the Expos. At the Skydome tonight, it was the Blue Jays 9 and the Mariners 8. Trevor Bauer, not his best start for the Mariners. 3 innings, 6 earned. Jose Bautista, 3 hits, 4 RBIs for the Blue Jays. Casey Jansen with the win, his first. Bauer falls to 2-2 for the Mariners. At Yankee Stadium tonight in Game 1 of that series, it was the Angels 8 and the Yankees 2. Mike Napoli with a 3-run homer in the 6th. Wally Joyner, 1 for 3, 2 walks, 3 runs scored for the Angels. Nolan Ryan with the win for the Angels. He's 2-1. Ron Guidry, the loss. He's 1-2. And in the probably the best pitched game of the year so far in the entire universe, the Dodgers beat the Mets tonight 1-0. Sandy Koufax, complete game 6-hitter, 12 strikeouts for Sandy Koufax. Tom Seaver was brilliant. 7 innings, 1 earned, 2 hits allowed. He struck out 5. Jackie Robinson led off this game with a solo homer, and that's all that Koufax needed tonight as the Dodgers beat the Mets 1-0. Dodgers and Mets is our featured game Thursday for Jackie Robinson Day. Can't wait to present that to you. Let's look at the South at North games tonight. Our featured game on ESPN was the Cardinals at Pirates, and the Pirates won tonight 5-2. These were the top 2 teams in the UBU power rankings. Smokey Joe Williams, 7 innings, 2 earned, 5 strikeouts. Josh Bell with 3 RBIs tonight for the Pirates, a 2-run single and a sac fly. Smokey Joe Williams, 3-0. Bob Gibson falls to 2-1. Kent Tekulve with his 4th save for the Pirates. Jack Morris doing his best Jack Morris impression. A 6-hit shutout as the Tigers beat the Royals 4-0. Hank Greenberg 1 for 1 with 3 walks. Has only hit a 2-run homer. Morris is 3-0. He was the most valuable pitcher last year. Brett Saberhagen 1-3 for the Royals. Same score in Minnesota tonight as the Astros beat the Twins 4-0. Andrew Pfeffer's boy, J.R. Richard, 5 scoreless, 3 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts. Ken Caminiti, 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Walter Johnson takes the loss for the Twins. He's 0-2. Ken Caminiti and Jose Cruz homering for the Astros. The Milwaukee Brewers bounce back after a couple losses in Minnesota. Big winners today, 12-2. Teddy Aguero with his 2nd win for the Brewers. Yu Darvish loses his 1st game of the year. Robin Yount, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored. Prince Fielder hitting his 2nd homer of the year for the Brewers in a big win. It was the Marlins 4 and the Indians 2. Dontrell Willis winning his 2nd game. Bob Feller losing his 2nd game. Willis was brilliant, 8 2/3, 2 earned, 8 strikeouts. Giancarlo Stanton for the Marlins, 3 hits, including a RBI triple, and he scored 2 runs for the winning Marlins. And in Cincinnati tonight, it was the Reds 6 and the Rays 1. Johnny Cueto with a complete game 4-hitter, 7 strikeouts. Adam Dunn 3 hits and a run scored. Cueto's 3-0. David Price takes the loss. He's 2-1. Eric Davis homering for the Reds. So that's your scoreboard for tonight. Let's take a look at the top hitters in the universe. Jose Bautista, 3 hits and 4 RBIs for the Blue Jays. Mike Schmidt with that 3rd inning grand slam. Luis Gonzalez, 5 RBIs for the Diamondbacks. And Prince Fielder, 3 hits, including that 2-run homer for the Brewers. Top pitchers at Citi Field tonight, we just got a clinic. Koufax and Seaver combining for 16 innings, 17 strikeouts, 6 earned. Koufax got the win over Seaver and was just the best pitching performance of the year so far. Johnny Cueto, complete game 4-hitter, 7 strikeouts. Rube Foster earning his 1st win in the Utopian, goes 8 2/3, striking out 4. And Jack Morris just keeps on Jack Morrising everyone. Complete game 6-hit shutout for Morris. All right, guys. Part 1 is over. We gave you the results for today. Let's look at our comments. Andrew Pfeffer, he's heard of Michael Jack Schmidt. Plays a little third sack for the Phillies. The baddest of them all. Brewers, baby. Brewers, big 12-2 win. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. I did this briefly once earlier for it was the day we had like 4 games. And I actually gave away the results, which I should. I wish I wouldn't have done that. We're not gonna give away any results tonight. What I'm gonna do is right now I'm in my spreadsheet and I've got my random number generator. So the difference between the generator and the shuffler is the generator is gonna basically pull a year for me. So I'm gonna do that right now. I put a minimum and a maximum in here, and then I hit generate. I'm doing right now. Here we go. So I'm not going to tell you the date because I don't want you guys to look and see what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm just going to give you the year, and then you're gonna see me react to how I map these results into our schedule. So I'm not giving away anything. I hope. We'll just see how you guys like this. The year we're using is 2011. So now I'm going into now. So what I do is I go into my spreadsheet and I look to see what date was chosen for 2011 6 months ago. So I have the spreadsheet up right here, doing a little toggling, as the kids say on MTV. And there we go. Now what I do is I'm simply going to Google that date in history. And, oh, guys, I mean, this is going to work perfectly, actually. Some days I have to use 2 dates. On this particular date, there were 16 games in the major leagues. And, of course, tomorrow there's going to be 16 in the Utopian. So this is going to work perfectly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit shuffle. I've got all my games numbered. I've got all the games in front of me numbered. I usually go top to bottom, left to right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 12, 13 through 16. I've got the same for my schedule. So right now what I'm doing is I'm going to a random number shuffler, and I'm going to enter the numbers 1 through 16. And you guys are basically watching me simulate an entire day of action. Okay, hitting randomize. I've got my numbers. Now I'm creating a snip so that I can see that. And then you guys are basically just going to see me react to what I'm mapping over. Now, again, I'm not going to give you any of the scores or anything. You're going to get those all tomorrow. If I see anything really cool in front of me, you'll see it on my face, but you won't necessarily know what team is getting these results. But I will give you, because I haven't even looked at anything yet, here are the pitching matchups for tomorrow. And again, these are all night games with the exception of Angels, Yankees, Shohei Ohtani versus Babe Ruth. We've got Giants at Orioles, Madison Bumgarner versus Mike Cuellar. A's at Nationals, Dave Stewart versus Max Scherzer. Dodgers at Mets, Oral Hershiser versus Jacob deGrom. Mariners Blue Jays is going to be Felix Hernandez versus Juan Guzman. Padres Expos, Dinelson Lamet versus Dennis Martinez. Rockies Red Sox is going to be Herman Marquez versus Pedro Martinez. And Diamondbacks Phillies is going to be Zach Greinke versus Robin Roberts. In the South at North games, we've got the Bulls at White Sox. It's going to be Matt Harvey versus Chris Sale. Braves at Cubs, Greg Maddux versus Carlos Zambrano. That's going to be Greg Maddox's first ever start at Wrigley Field in the Utopian baseball universe. Rays at Reds, Blake Snell versus Tom Browning. Marlins at Indians, Jose Fernandez versus Shane Bieber. Rangers at Brewers, Kenny Rogers versus Ben Sheets. Astros at Twins, Dallas Keuchel versus Johan Santana. Royals at Tigers is going to be David Cohn versus Justin Verlander. And Cardinals at Pirates is going to be Dizzy Dean versus John Candelaria. So we have 2 featured games tomorrow. We've got Angels at Yankees is the 3 o'clock game on the UBU network. And then the Wednesday night showcase is going to be Padres at Expos. So let's do this. Let's simulate. This is my favorite part of the Utopian day. So here we go. Giants, again, I'm not going to tell you the scores. You guys can just react to see what I'm looking at. And I'm not going to dive into the box scores. I'm just mapping over scores right now. Giants at Orioles is my first game. All right, here we go. Now, I will tell you, just as a teaser, 11 of the 16 games tomorrow, $11 of the 16 are won by the home team. So if you're an East Division team or a North Division team, you have basically an 11 of 16 chance of winning tomorrow. That's all I'm going to tell you. Giants, Orioles. All right, that one's done. Now we go to A's, Nationals, and I'm simply, again, mapping over from what I see from left to right. Ooh, interesting. Actually, all right, so this one I will peek. All right, so, all right, we have an interesting development in the A's Nationals game. That's all I'm going to tell you. I love teasing you in a baseball setting. Here we go, guys. Angels, Yankees. Here we go. All right, guys. This will be good. This will be good. This is going to be fun tonight to simulate this. Here we go. Dodgers, Mets. Okay. Mariners, Blue Jays. 5th game on my list. All right, so that one's a final. Our night game tomorrow, featured night game, Padres, Expos. Whoa. Wow. All right. So, I don't know. Do you guys like these little teasers? Obviously, something memorable happens here. But that's all I'm telling you. Rockies, Red Sox. All right. That one's written. Now we got Diamondbacks, Phillies. Okay. One of those fan bases will be happy with that result. Now we go to Bulls, White Sox. All right, interesting development here. Braves, Cubs. All right, that'll be interested to see what happens there with this score. Rays, Reds. All right, final. Now we have Marlins, Indians. Okay, that one's in the books. All right, here we go, guys. Rangers, Brewers, let's see what happens. All right. One of those teams wins the game. Spoiler alert. one of them loses. Here we go. Astros at Twins. Okay, that one's a final. Royals Tigers. Interesting. Let's take a peek. All right. Interesting storylines for tomorrow. I will tell you that. This is going to be a fun one. And then our final game, Cardinals at Pirates. Let's see. All right. So you guys are basically watching me simulate live. Now I have all the final scores determined for tomorrow. Now what I do, and I'm not going to do that in front of you now, I'm going to do that set to music and snacks here in about 10 minutes, is I'm going to dive into each scoreboard and I'm going to start copying information over into my spreadsheet. And then I write tomorrow's show. I rehearse it once or twice with stuffed animals to give you guys the best show I can tomorrow. But it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. This is going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. There's a lot of interesting scores. There's a lot of close games. I can't wait to see what names shine tomorrow. This is going to be a lot of fun. So tomorrow, I do anticipate, now tomorrow I'll be gone for a little bit. Usually on Wednesdays, I'm gone for a little while. My plan is to give you guys a written recap of the Angels-Yankees at about 6 o'clock. So when you log in about 6 o'clock, you're going to see a recap for that game. And then at about 10 o'clock tomorrow, you'll get the rest of it. Does that sound good, guys? Thanks for being with me tonight. Anyone who's watched, Andrew, thank you for the comments. Someone said, "Da." I can't wait to find out who that was. Andy's happy, of course, about James Rodney Richard getting the win today for the Astros. All right, guys. I got my work cut out for me tonight. Probably going to be listening to some Elton John tonight. I've got a number of Elton John playlists, so I'm going to do that. Get me a snack, get me a beverage. Let's write tomorrow. This is going to be a lot of fun. You guys have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow.